Everyone, welcome. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes from now.
Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. And there's no stopping us right now. And there's no stopping us right now. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our special webinar for Pakistan. We're just going to be starting in a minute from now. Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome, everyone. So we're going to be starting now. Welcome to our special webinar for Pakistan. My name is Supriya and I'm the Regional Manager for Central and South Asia at the Harprice Foundation. I'm going to be your host for today and I'm so excited to be present on this call and speak to all our community members in Pakistan, which is our largest community at the Harprice Foundation. Now, moving on, thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. Today in this call, we have all our different community members. We have our campus directors, participating startup, organizing committee members, and university officials all coming together today. And I'm so excited to have one of the biggest lineup of speakers present who will be addressing you all very soon. We will be sharing some exciting updates by the Harprice leadership team and government officials from the Higher Education Commission in Pakistan. This is also an opportunity to hear from a Harprice $1 million winner, Beeflace. Again, I want to wish everyone, especially the campus directors in the call today, a big congratulations for all your efforts so far in changing the world through social enterprise. We are having campus programs in more than 100 countries at the moment, and that is only possible thanks to all your efforts so far. Now, before we begin, I want to quickly introduce you to our team in Pakistan. Beginning with myself, my name is Supriya. I have been with the HealthPrize Foundation since 2019. I've previously worked in finance for a leading FMCG, but being with HealthPrize and working with you all has been one of the best opportunities that has come my way. At the HealthPrize, I've held various roles across these 4 years, but being one of the best times will always be being a campus director myself and hosting my local competition. I have been learning and growing at the HealthPrize ever since then. Today, I'm the regional manager for Central and South Asia, and it makes me so happy to be managing the biggest region at the HealthPrize and working along with the most driven community. We at the HealthPrize, we not only support students to understand entrepreneurship and get inspired, but we've also helped a lot of companies launch their social enterprises. And today is going to be just an opportunity to hear more about all that progress, everything we have achieved, and everything we plan to achieve in the future. I also want to quickly introduce to you our community builders that we have in Pakistan. We have Fazli Subhan and Tayaba Noor. Both of them are past important community members of the HealthPrize Foundation. They're here to support you in Pakistan and advise you on the best practices to make the most of your journey with us. I also quickly want to take this moment to give a shout out to Fazli, who's helping our community in Pakistan with a very exciting collaboration to help our campus director easily get support from the stakeholders and the winning startups with incubation opportunities. So yes, watch out for our updates that we'll be sharing with you all very soon. So now coming to our agenda for today, we will be beginning with sharing with you all firstly, all highlights about our impact in Pakistan yet. Next, we'll be hearing more from our leadership team who'll be sharing some exciting program updates and information. Then we have the chairman of the HEC with us, who's our keynote speaker today and will be sharing some words of encouragement with us all. We also have the director for research and innovation at HEC joining us, who'll be speaking more about these exciting updates. And lastly, we have our very own HealthPrize $1 million winner, B Freeze from Pakistan, who'll be taking us through their journey at the HealthPrize. Now, moving to the next slide, I would like to begin with sharing with you all about our impact in Pakistan as yet. As of today, we are having on-campus programs in currently more than 100 universities in Pakistan with some huge events and collaboration that we've been seeing this year. We've had more than 9,000 student entrepreneurs participating for our $1 million prize from undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral levels program from various universities in Pakistan promoting social entrepreneurship. We also have more than 10,000 student volunteers at the HealthPrize. They take immense pride in having Pakistan as one of our largest community with the highest impact. We have also had 2 brilliant startups from Pakistan who have won the $1 million prize. Roshni Rides in 2017, which is a women's friendly carpooling platform for commuters based in Pakistan, and Be Freeze, who is present in the call today with us, which is basically a made in Pakistan product that combats climate change and cuts energy consumption of air conditioning. We have also hosted 3 summits in Pakistan, both physical and virtual, with teams participating from all around the globe. And all of these numbers and impact that we have been able to make are only possible because of you all. So thank you once again, everyone, for supporting and being a part of the HealthPrize Foundation. Now, I'm going to be inviting our Senior Director of Program, Hamdi Ben Elmi, and our Director of Human Resource, Carla Usnaya, to share a few updates and address you all and share their thoughts. Over to you, Hamdi and Carla.
Thank you so much, Supriya, for the invitation. Carla, hello.
Hello, Hamdi.
Well, thank you for joining me on the stage, Carlita. Welcome, everyone. Carla and I are part of the HealthPrize Foundation leadership team. I'm talking to you live from Tunis in Tunisia. Carla, where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Lisbon, Portugal, where we have our central team based out of our office here, along with our EF team in Lisbon, Portugal.
Great. Well, thank you again, Carlita, for joining. Supriya, thank you for having us. It's been a while since we actually joined our community in Pakistan. I remember 2019 when I used to work closely with Carla on running our on-campus programs. We used to be with you on a daily basis, so it feels great to be back. I see some of you joining from the comfort of your homes. Some of you are joining us from university campuses. Thank you all for being part of this meet and greet, where we hope to connect, but also share with you some exciting updates. Carla and I will share a little bit about ourselves, about our journeys with the whole prize. I personally want to talk about the why we do what we do together as a global community, and why we're all gathered here today. Carla is also going to talk about the community that we have all over the world. And we're going to wrap it up with some updates, exciting updates for Pakistan and the world. As I told you, I come from a beautiful country in North Africa. I'm originally from Tunisia, born and raised. And one of the points of commonality between Tunisia and Pakistan is a vibrant youth community. I know that in Tunisia, with nearly 12 million people, over half of the population is under the age of 29. And it's similar to Pakistan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think up to 60% of the Pakistani population is also under 29. So yeah, vibrant youth communities in our countries, but also similar common challenges. One of these challenges is access to opportunities. I personally remember when I was starting my career, I was at university. I had no clue about what I want to do in life. I didn't know what career I want to pursue. I didn't know what I want to do in life in general, until I got exposed to an opportunity. I saw a flyer in the university campus about this competition. There's promising $1 million of funding, opportunities to travel the world. And honestly, it felt too good to be true. And I was intrigued. I went to an info session, registered, and I ended up competing. And little did I know that moment changed my life. Of course, my team lost during that year. We had no idea about what it meant to be a social entrepreneur. We were asked to solve the issues and social challenges in crowded urban spaces that year. And I was like 20 years old with no previous experiences. But what I took out of that experience was not winning the whole prize. It was being in the same room. And I still remember that moment, being in the same room on campus with over 100 students from my fellow classmates, talking about changing the world. And it was cheesy. And like, for me, it was a little bit ridiculous as a start, but it was also powerful. Like 100 people sitting together, discussing how they all want to change the world. And at that moment, I realized that young people, if they come together, have the potential and have the ability to make a difference. And that's how my journey and my career started. Today, I work with Carla, Supriya, and the team on managing our competition and our programs in 120 countries. We empower up to 100,000 students annually, and we're happy that our student population in Pakistan is one of the biggest in the world. And if you spend up to 10 years of your life in an organization, one of the questions that you ask yourself from time to time, sometimes maybe once a year, sometimes twice a day, it's like, why am I doing this? Why am I being part of this organization for this long period of time? Why am I doing this? And I'm sure you all are asking yourselves this question. If you didn't ask it, you might ask it in a couple of weeks or a couple of months from now. Like, why am I putting my time and efforts in organizing an event or supporting students in my university as a university official to organize events? Why am I thinking about pitching an idea? And what we learned at the whole prize is the answer is simple, because we need to stop waiting and we need to start acting now. We all see social issues in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our countries. We see them in the world, in the news, on a daily basis, but we tend not to take actions. And if we don't, nothing will change. Someone needs to break the chain and act, and this chain reaction will start with us. And because our time is limited and there's so much work to do, so many problems to solve, and so many people to help, we need to start acting now. It's not all dark. There's so many ideas to explore as well, so many opportunities to seize, and so much impact to make. And that's why we're gathered here today, because we all believe that we need to take actions and that change starts with us, because changing the world takes one person. President Obama, and like the team knows that I always share this quote when I speak, but I love it and it represents what we do, right? If one idea change a room, it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a state. And if it can change a state, it can change a nation, it can change the world. I'm looking at the team of Whole Prize at Sukoor, IB, and like I see over 20 people gathered together in the same room. That's how changing the world starts. It starts with one person bringing the Whole Prize to the university. That person brings a community of 20 people, and boom, that's the snowball effect that we call it the Whole Prize. And that's how we've been doing it for over a decade now. Simple. We take the first step, we plant the seed, water it, and give it all the support it needs, and watch it grow. Watch you all grow and spread our impact through every campus director, every student, and every competitor that we have. There's one thing that I want to leave you with is at the Whole Prize, we're here to offer a platform where people get together to imagine, test, refine their ideas. We challenge assumptions, provoke creativity, and inspire nations one student at a time. So ultimately, instead of finding one solution to the problem, instead of finding one solution to one problem, we bring to life countless fresh ideas from young people with a real stake in the future they dream to build. Thank you all for being part of the Whole Prize. Thank you all for giving your communities a chance to join this movement. Thank you for giving every student the opportunity to set change in the world. Thank you for giving experts the opportunity to give back, to share their hacks. And thank you for empowering this generation to change the world through social enterprise. Carla, I'll give the floor back to you so you can tell us a little bit more about why you're part of the Whole Prize and much more.
Thank you so much, Hamdi. Always super inspiring hearing from Hamdi. I hope that everyone feels as energized as I do after hearing his inspirational message, as he always does. So a bit of an introduction of who I am. So back in 2016, I'm going to say, I was a student who was studying psychology in Mexico. And I had this crazy idea that I wanted to change the world. Now, in my country, when you study psychology, it's either because you're going to become a therapist, or because you're going to work in a school with little kids, or you're going to do human resources. But I said, you know what? I don't want to do any of that. What I want to do is I want to change the world at a bigger scale. I don't want to do it on a one-by-one basis. I think that there's a larger impact that we can create. So I always had this idea that I was going to found an NGO. I was going to create my own nonprofit where I was going to be able to work with little kids, create impact on a smaller scale. Little did I know that one phone call that I was going to receive from my best friend was going to change my life. She was going to ask me to volunteer in an on-campus event that wasn't even from my university. And my role in that on-campus event was literally carrying bags, moving things from one room to the other. But I remember while I was setting up one of the rooms, I heard one of the guest speakers that day talk about social entrepreneurship. And that was the moment that completely disrupted the way that I thought of my future. I went from thinking that I needed to sacrifice my personal well-being, my personal finances to create a positive impact. And I realized that there was a way of doing good for profit. And that's when I understood that Whole Prize was the only way to go in my future. I had the opportunity of joining the team as part of the global team back in 2017. And ever since I joined 5 years ago, I've had the opportunity of hosting a lot of different roles. I've held roles from leading and coordinating all of our experts, to leading our regional summits, to leading the on-campus program, and now being the director of human resources. Now, throughout those 5 years, I have seen the tremendous growth, the exponential growth that Whole Price has had. We went from when I joined being a little group that was managing around 500 on-campus programs. Now we're over 2,000 universities that are participating every single year and believing in the mission and in the vision that Whole Price holds. Now that growth has been thanks to students and people all around the world that believe that they are agents of change. And of course, when we look at the growth that we've had, there are specific countries that have allowed us to have that exponential growth. And one of those countries is Pakistan. When Hamdi and I first joined Whole Price, Pakistan was a very small represented community within our global net. I would say we had around 10, 15 campus directors, and that for us was already huge. I remember when I was the on-campus program manager, we officially had to separate Asia to make sure that our community got the attention that they needed, because we just saw Pakistan become this snowball effect. It went from being one of our smallest communities. Today, it is the largest community the Whole Price Foundation hosts. It is ridiculous to see the amount of people who in Pakistan believe that they can actually make a change, who are tired of being affected by all of the social problems, by all of the ecological and every single problem that comes your way. The youth of Pakistan is tired of waiting for other people to solve these problems. We have seen the youth of Pakistan become the leaders of impact in their community. And we've seen that growth be thanks to strategic community members that we've had over the past few years. We got the chance of a quick introduction from our community builders who are supporting us on ground in Pakistan. Like them, we've had a lot of key members who have believed in the Whole Price mission and who believe that Whole Price is the opportunity for Pakistan to shine. We've also had winners of the Whole Price Foundation at a global scale represent Pakistan. Just like Supriya mentioned, Roshni Rides, they were all Pakistani students who were studying abroad, but wanted to come back to their core, wanted to come back home and make sure that their impact was directly in their home country. In very few minutes, we're going to hear as well from BeFreeze. I had the opportunity of working hand in hand with BeFreeze while they were going through our digital accelerator in 2020. As the world we thought was coming to an end, BeFreeze did not lose sight of the impact that they wanted to have. And it's also been to key stakeholders, such as the amazing partnerships that we've created with governmental representation, who also have helped us spread this message and truly make sure that as many people can be offered this opportunity to really create impact. So I want to personally thank every single one of you for believing in not just the Whole Price mission and vision, but for believing in yourself and believing that you can have a positive impact on your community, regardless of how big or how small that is. Remember, it literally only takes one person to change the world. So I want to thank you on behalf of myself, on behalf of the Whole Price team, and on behalf of everyone at the organization. And since I mentioned that Pakistan is our largest community around the world, we thought that that deserves some kind of reward, you know? And that is why Hamdi and I are extremely excited to give you some sneak peek information that no one knows besides the Whole Price internal staff. And Hamdi, I think that you will be helping us announce two really exciting things. The first one is the city where we will be hosting our global accelerator.
Yes. Thank you so much, Carla. What a warming message. Again, it's not only about, we're not only here to share with you the why we do what we do. We're also here to thank all of you for being an amazing community. So I join Carla in thanking every single one of you here for being part of the Whole Price, for being part of our mission, and for spreading the word of impact across Pakistan. as Carla said, in the next couple of weeks, we're announcing some exciting news with our global community, and we thought we'd take a moment since we're gathered here today and share with you a sneak peek. And we will announce two big updates. I'm sure at a certain point you heard that we're hosting our accelerator program in Europe. And we're so happy and excited to announce that our finalists that will make it to the in-person phase of our accelerator program will be invited to the City of Lights, the capital world of fashion, Paris, before the global finals. So we really do hope to see another startup from Pakistan, just as BeFreeze, just as Savvy Engineers last year, join us this year in Paris for a chance to win the whole prize, $1 million. Talking about the $1 million, and highlighting a little bit of the story of BeFreeze. BeFreeze joined the whole prize in the year of COVID, 2020, and we had to be a little bit innovative during that year. And because we were unable to organize the global finals, we decided to divide the $1 million prize across different startups from around the world. So BeFreeze was one of the startups that excelled and won $100,000 of the whole prize. And that story was inspiring to us. It was inspiring to see more than one startup being rewarded prizes to kickstart their businesses. And that's what we decided to put as part of our systems moving forward. So I'm really happy to announce that this year, and for the first time ever, we will be giving, in addition to the $1 million, $100,000 to every single startup that would make it to the global finals. So the top 6 startups competing at the whole prize this year will get $100,000 each of investment, and then they will pitch for the whole prize $1 million. The winner will get the full prize. So we're investing $1.5 million in startups this year, which means that Pakistan's chance of getting funds from the whole prize this year is higher than ever. So yeah, these are some exciting news that we're sharing with you for the first time. We invite you to keep them for yourselves as part of this conversation, and you can expect the news to be out there in the next couple of days. We're committed to taking our impact in Pakistan to the next level. We're just getting started. With your support, we know we can do more. And one of the things that we started working on lately is collaborating with the right institutions to take this impact to the next level. And what is better than collaborating with the Higher Education Commission to take the whole prize impact to the next level in Pakistan? With that in mind, I want to invite Dr. Mukhtar Ahmed, the chairman of the HEC, who's joining us today to share with you a welcome message and to tell you a little bit more about what they do at the HEC, but also what are we thinking of doing together in Pakistan in the future. Welcome, Dr. Mukhtar. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Mukhtar. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Welcome. Floor is all yours.
Good afternoon from Pakistan, from Islamabad to everybody. I hope you can hear me. We are facing some connection problem here because I'm not in my office. I'm in the ministry for some meeting, but this was important that I was told that I should be here. And looking at you people and listening to your, thank you for giving me time. And
I think we're losing Dr. Mukhtar due to some technical challenges. So let's give Dr. Mukhtar probably a couple of seconds or minutes to be able to reconnect. In the meantime, we can probably give the floor to someone else from the HEC. Supriya, I invite you to take it from here and give us the chance to know more about what the HEC does and why we're collaborating with them to take the whole prize to the next level in Pakistan.
Thank you, Hamdi and Carla, and for everyone in this meeting. Unfortunately, Dr. Mukhtar Ahmed is facing a bit of a connectivity issue, but once he's back, he'll let us know so we can have him. But for now, I'd love to invite Ms. Noshaba. She is the Director for Research and Innovation at the Higher Education Commission. She'll be sharing with us more about the HEC and some exciting updates. Welcome, Noshaba. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Special thanks to Supriya and her team for taking us on board on this very important, I would say, the point where we are thriving to inculcate the entrepreneurship spirit in our own youth. As Hamdi mentioned, we are more than 60% of population are the young people, and in the kind of job constraints, we are not able to provide everyone the job. So the only thing is that we can if more effectively engage these young youth, utilizing their potential, their skills. It's only through the entrepreneurship. And in this regard, HEC from its own platform is doing a lot, if not a lot, but we have, I can say the entrepreneurship or the startup ecosystem at Pakistan is a kind of embryonic stage in Pakistan. Currently, we have supported from HEC and established around 38 of our incubation centers across Pakistan in our HEIs. And beyond that, even in the private sector, there are many startups, incubation centers giving ample support to the startups. Sorry, can I have a call from the chairman? I think he need to advise something to me. Just hold on. Ji, Assalamu alaikum, sir. Hello.
Thank you, Ms. Noshaba. I hope we can have you back soon, and I hope we get Dr. Ahmed to share a few words with us. I'm sure the community that we have, all the campus directors and all startups that have joined today would love to hear from you. But meanwhile, I'd love to give a shout out to all the universities and all the campus directors we have present today. I've received some personal requests from you from different universities, to address you all and give you all specifically shout out to certain universities, but we're so proud to have, about 30 of the universities in the auditorium with their full organizing committee and startup joining us. So even though I can't give, everyone individually a shout out, but thank you to all of y'all to join us today. We're yet to hear from Freeze and Ms. Noshaba. So if we can have her back, I'll just...
Yes, Supriya, I'm back. Actually, Dr. Ahmed called me and he wanted to thank you and send his thanks to all of your team, and also ensure you that he will give his full support to Hult Prize in initiating the collaboration and our collaborative work in this phase. And we are lucky to have his all support, and he sent the best of luck to all the participants and the teams who will be competing for our next startup rounds. So that's why he called me to send this message to you. He said that he is facing, as I told you before, the minister called him today. So he was at ministry and there was some signals issue, so he was not able to connect us. But I will try to brief you about what HEC currently does and provide the support in this to flourish or establish this ecosystem is through different programs. And First of our program, which supports the research, is the establishment of Office of Research, Innovation and Commercialization. These are basically the offices which give support at two sides. It's not only support the researcher to do their research, they also give them awareness about how to write a good or productive research proposals, and also to get hold of many national as well as international grants program, which are specifically to calls which are open especially for the research. Beyond that, they also support the tech transfer side of their university, and they give support to their faculty as well as their students for the spin-off companies if the research has that kind of a breakthrough. And beside that, we also establish the Business Incubation Center in 38 public sector universities. As I told you before, they are working, and around 800 plus startups are currently incubated in all these incubation centers. We recently have started another grant program which gives the support to startups which are in kind of at the stage of seed funding stage. So through our new program, Innovator Seed Fund, we provide the support to the startups. And in previous, which was the first call, we gave 15 startups a grant of 35,000 USD each for each startup, and they are now incubated in our incubation centers. Our call for the second round is also closed during last week, and we are going to now, under that call, we will be awarding around 30 startups with the same amount and with the same opportunities to be incubated in incubation centers. Now, along with that, they are also provided a very technical side support in their financial matters, and as well as how to reach to the market, which also include the connectivity with the investor. Or for that, we will be arranging Investor Connect events. And this, I think it's a right time for our collaboration with the HOT, because many things in a similar way are going on in Pakistan, and Pakistan is now fully ready to take our flights on the HOT more, so that the more startups have, the more opportunities. And I would say that it's the only way to develop our fragile health of our economy. So this is all from my side, and I will also want to give I would say a good news to our participants that soon HEC and HOT Prize are going to sign a letter of intent under which we will be formally collaborating, and all the all the partner universities will have support from not only from HOT but also from HEC. So this is all from my side, and I will be happy to respond if any queries across the participants they have. Me and along with me, my team, our Director General, Hazrat Bilal Saab, is also online. My team at Mr. Wahid, he has also joined. So we being a team, we are a small team, but we are working with kind of interest and I would say zeal. So looking forward for a best program and best collaboration. Thank you. Thank you, Supriya, and thank you to your team, and thank you to the participant for giving us time and listening to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Nashaba, for sharing all the exciting updates and for taking the time out to speak to us. And thank you to Dr. Mukhtar Ahmed. We know how busy his schedule is today, so thank you for even trying to join and address our audience. Hopefully, we have him here with us soon. HEC has played a crucial role in providing education and uplifting entrepreneurship, and we're grateful for all you've done for the youth in Pakistan. And thank you. We're super excited for the upcoming collaboration to have HEC support the more than 100 on-campus programs we have in Pakistan and provide incubation opportunities to some of the best Pakistan startups that will be coming out of the future cohorts. I'm sure hearing all about this collaboration got everyone excited for their programs in the coming years. So thank you once again for joining us. Now, finally, I'd love to invite the Health Prize 2020 winner, BFreeze. We have the Chief Technology Officer with us, Mohammed Osama, with us today. BFreeze was one of the 6 winners that won the Health Prize $1 million in 2020. Our startups today would love to know more about your Health Prize journey and all BFreeze has achieved ever since winning the competition. Over to you, Mohammed.
Yeah. Thank you, Supriya. I'm really happy to see you, Hamdi. Didn't get to work with you guys, but I've worked a lot with Carla, so really happy to see her as well. Now, since I'm talking to Pakistani campus directors and Pakistani startups, we know that the Pakistani market has really changed a lot given the current circumstances, especially the events that have transpired over this year, the floods, the higher magnitude of economic recession that we're having locally. And while it creates a huge vacuum, it also creates opportunities to fill in those vacuums. And that's what you guys are going to be doing with the Health Prize. And that's what you guys should be doing, even without the Health Prize, if you were to. Now, with BFreeze, BFreeze is one of the few startup companies that have been in the Health Prize that are actually very profitable right now. We're up and running. We made back our investment in revenue this year. We made 100K in revenue in the 2022 to 23 cycle of our sales, and we're selling solar water heaters and indirect evaporative air conditioners for the commercial sector in Pakistan. So you will see our product. You might have seen our product in some residential areas and some commercial buildings and stuff. Now, how it all started is that we had a head start when we participated in Health Prize. We were already incubated in Plan 9 that is based in Lahore, and we went there because they pay you some $100 a month, and we really needed that stipend because we had burned all of our savings on building prototypes. By the time Health Prize arrived, it was just a casual thing for us. We applied, filled out a Google form. It was happening at NUST. Yes, we are from NUST, but at the time, I'm not sure about right now. NUST didn't really do any promotion or any training for the Health Prize at all. So I just get a call one night. There's a presentation tomorrow at 9 a.m. I took a bus and delivered that presentation in my pajamas. And we didn't win the campus round, actually. We were runner-up, but somehow we were forwarded to the Health Prize and we got a chance to present in the regionals. And this picture is from the regionals. We did win the regionals. There were some 350 teams from Pakistan, Afghanistan, and a couple from Iran. We won that regional. Now, I want to make it clear that by this time we had a fully functional prototype, we had a pattern, we had a pitch that had been rehearsed and practiced many, many times before the regionals happened. So we had a head start, and you guys have to build all of that stuff to do well in the regionals. Moreover, Health Prize is not a pitching competition. That is a massive error that most startup founders and even campus directors have. It's not a pitching competition. Your job is to actually deploy and deliver on what you're promising. So don't act like a politician, act like a startup founder. You need to actually get results, hit milestones, do sales to be considered seriously for the Health Prize. Now, following the regionals, since it was COVID, things changed a lot, and there was a 1 month pre-accelerator, and then there was a really long accelerator with the Pitch Fridays and the Hull Prize team. You see Carla, Hamdi, these guys are some of the most competent and adaptive people out there that you're going to find. I mean, universities all over the world were struggling to adapt to delivering quality video presentations and engaging people, but these guys did it flawlessly, and it was mind-boggling how well it was executed, even though it was virtual. So at the end of this accelerator, we developed a pitch deck and we won an investment from the Hull Prize. But even before that, we had an investment from one of the mentors with the Hull Prize that we had just been chatting with. And we had been chatting with everyone, with all of the mentors from the Hull Prize. And that's why I say that the real output that you're going to get out of Hull Prize is not going to be the $1 million investment, but the networks that you're going to build. Because the experts that are on board with Hull Prize are really very competent, and they're going to train you well enough that you will be able to organically get an investment from somewhere else or bootstrap your way to success. Bootstrapping, by the way, means just doing tiny sales and developing your profits slowly and making your way towards a bigger revenue target. So the Hull Prize experts are really very good at advising you accordingly. So that's what the Hull Prize is really offering you. Now, since I do advise a lot of teams from Pakistan and some other teams that are participating in the Hull Prize or they're not, I do get to see a lot of common errors, which is what we expect to be solved with HEC's involvement. And one of those is just since I was talking to Supriya, is going to be that you guys need to deliver on your milestones before you go to the accelerator, and that's going to really help you. It's not a pitching competition. Other than that, if you need any sort of help, you can just hit me up on LinkedIn, or you can send a message to BeFreeze. Yeah, you can send a message to BeFreeze as well, but I would prefer LinkedIn. It's really on you guys to find the right experts and find the right people to talk to and get as much feedback and implement it accordingly. So that would be it from me.
Thank you so much, Usama, for joining us, sharing your journey and experience with our community. BeFreeze is truly an inspiration to all of us, and from everyone in this call, congratulations once again for making us all proud by winning and representing Pakistan at the global finals. Now that brings us to the end of the webinar today. I think we have time. I know we're going slightly over time, but I think we have time for a quick photo if we can. If we can kill the slides. I request everyone, if you can, please switch on your cameras. We would love to see you and have a quick photo. Karan, are we good? Awesome. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining us today. I hope this meeting gave you a good idea of what's ahead for you in your Hull Prize journey. And big thanks to all the speakers we had present today to inspire our community and share with us their experience. If you still have any questions, I'm sorry we couldn't do a Q&A, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on our communication channels or by email, and we'll be happy to help. Wish all our campus directors all the best for your on-campus programs, and everyone, thank you for joining us in our mission of changing the world through technology. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.